Okay, hello again folks, I'm King Blacktooth. I'm trying to get through these as fast as possible because I know a lot of you want to see the characters you're interested in, of course. So Rose today, she has the delayed wake up. So if Vega does this, for example, I get hit, and if I hold heavy punch when I'm on the ground, then I stay on it for 19 extra frames. Okay, so that could be pretty useful. The next thing is red focus attack. So medium punch and medium kick together and heavy kick. So put them all together and you look like that. So Rose gets glowing hands during a red focus attack, and in a normal focus attack she doesn't. So that's the key difference there. So the same rules apply. Level 1 does not crumple. Maximum level does crumple, and they're the only two levels she has. And it comes out slightly faster as well, the red focus, than the normal focus. It costs 2 meter bars to use and can absorb 12 hits. Now when you FADC into it, it costs all your meter bars and can absorb 0 hits. But it can crumple on level 1 on hit. Now there is a slight change I've done to Rose here, which I think I'm going to go back to all the other characters and change hopefully sometime. And that is, it usually when you release it, it did it very instantly on all the previous characters. It came out instantly. But I changed it now so that when you release it, it has the same attack animation. It's got 14 frames of attack animation when you release. And so the FADC version has that as well. Okay, so it means that lighter normals, FADC'd, can no longer be connected because they were able to block in time. So it really only helps on longer normals. So medium punch doesn't work either, they're able to block. Heavy punch does work. Okay, so it basically just, I think that makes it a lot better. You can't just do crouching light kick FADC. Oh, you can't FADC that anyway. There we go. Oh, you can't do standing jab into FADC and get a crumple. You have to do something a bit more hard hitting to get a crumple off your super bar. So I think that's just a general improvement. Rather than making it attack instantly, I made it attack the normal speed whenever you release it. So I'm going to go back and change that on all the characters sometime or another. So Rose's changes. So first off, all are ultras. So Ultra 2 is now down back kick. Okay, so it's all the kicks instead of all the punches. Now that is obviously because if you have double ultra, you need to have a differentiation between that. The next thing is it has -2 recovery, so you recover 2 frames faster. So let's see if that should be hopefully a little bit more noticeable. I don't know if that means if there's a fireball in your face you'll be able to block in time after the freeze frame. Test that out. The next thing is Ultra 1 now starts 2 frames faster as well. I'm not going to bother showing that, but it's now 10 frames startup instead of 12. Okay, so hopefully that will help you punish certain things. Not many things are 10 frame, minus 10 frames on block, but I'm sure some things are. The next thing, all soul spirals have now plus 10 damage. So light punch version, what's going on? He needs his mask. I know I should never do it on Vega. Okay, so that's 110. They're all 110 instead of 100 now. The EX one is 130. The EX spiral also does 200 stun instead of 100. So a little bit more stun there. EX is usually the one that gets me. And it's got 13 invincibility frames instead of 11. So that's good to know. And it's got no throw invincibility though. So I imagine that's a big deal since it takes a certain, how long, I don't know the startup, but no throw invincibilities. That's quite a debuff really, I think. The next thing is the light kick soul spiral. Okay, that one goes 5% further. So 5% isn't much, so I don't think it's that noticeable. But it's probably that half a mini square there probably. But I did change that. Right, the next thing, loads of 10 damage on these normals. So crouching light punch now does 30 instead of 20. Crouching light kick now does 40 instead of 30. And crouching medium punch does 70 instead of 60. So crouching light punch, light kick, medium punch. That's a combo, isn't it? I'm not sure. Maybe, I don't know. The next thing is crouching medium punch. No, just medium punch soul spark. So how do you do that? That one is now got -2 startup, so it starts up in 20 frames instead of 22 for the medium punch one. The heavy punch one starts up in 27 instead of 29, so -2 off that one as well. The next thing is I've only actually changed it to a forward dash, but it comes out in 20 frames now. I think that's 20 frames. Hard to test, but I took 2 frames. I think it was 2 or 3 frames off it. Because I couldn't find any information on how fast that was. If someone could tell me what it was, that'd be great, and I'll be able to make sure I took the right amount of frames off. But I think it was like 23. I didn't change the back dash because she's already got a massively good one. The forward dash does look a bit fast, but I'm not sure. I think that's about 20 frames. So hopefully some more clarification from you guys, and I'll be able to tweak that if I've done something wrong. And close down and medium kick, that one extends hitbox forward and down. So his hitbox has been increased to the forward and down. So hopefully it hits crouching opponents a bit easier now. It hits Vega, I don't know if it did before, and I increased that by plus 0.05. So hopefully that's better for you guys. So that's all the Rose changes. Quite a lot of damage increase, a little bit of recovery here and there, pretty much all over the board really. So tell me how you think that feels, and I'll get on to the next character. Thank you for watching, and that is all. So when you want to install my mod, you need to download the mod in the download link in the video, and then extract the file. You'll have your character name changes, so a nice readme to let you know what I've changed and how I changed it, and installation instructions if you don't want to listen to me. And you'll have a character name.bac and character name.bcm. So the next thing you need to do is find your Capcom directory, because your Super Street Fighter 4 files will be in there. Mine's in the C drive in program files, but if you bought it on Steam, it'll probably be in your Steam directory somewhere. So you go in to Super Street Fighter 4. Now you've got some patch 1.07 and patch 1.06. You need to find the one with your most up-to-date character. For example, if we were doing Sagat, his most up-to-date one would be in 1.07, as well as Ryu, Yuri, Dudley, DJ and Cody. But most characters are in 1.06. The character I'm doing is in there, and most characters are. I'll mention it if it's in 1.07. So you go in, and then you go into Battle, Regulation, Latest AE, and then you find the character we're doing. I'm doing Bison, which has got the name Vega at the moment. And so you'll have the character name.bac, character name.bcm, and all you need to do is, I recommend making a backup and copying those files in and rename them original, just so you got them as backup. And then you just copy over my ones into there, and that will allow you to play as my modded version in arcade mode, training mode and versus mode. So you can have some fun. If you've got local friends to play with, you could update 2 characters that I do and then fight against each other with the new changes. That would be quite interesting. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and I hope that has helped.